Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here we begin with this story. With school violence and bullying under scrutiny, the government is weighing a ban on smartphones for students under 16, part of a broader push to boost campus safety and student conduct. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said other measures include tighter security monitoring in schools and curriculum upgrades to strengthen values and character building.
Masih mengizinkan telefon untuk penggunaan anak-anak, tetapi saya fikir harus kita tegas dalam hal ini. Kemudian tentunya juga peranan ibu bapa, ada berapa juta, 3, 4, 5 juta pelajar. Kita dah dengar universiti ada kes bunuh dulunya, 5-6 tahun dulu, kes buli terus menerus. Jadi ada peranan ibu bapa juga. Ini yang saya dalam negara madani kita tekankan soal nilai, soal akhlak, ya. Pendidikan betul harus cemerlang.
Met by reporters after Friday prayers at Surau Jannatul Firdaus, Anwar says the proposal is under review, noting that many countries have adopted similar policies, with further details to come from the Education Minister before a final decision. He also issued a stern warning to principals and headmasters. Do not bury bullying cases to protect the school image.
Masalahnya juga ialah salah faham ataupun keutamaan pengetua guru besar. Dia nak melindungi imej sekolah. Anak-anak bergudum, bertempur. Dia duk kira imej sekolah. Jadi sebab itu kita harus juga menekan mereka bertanggungjawab. Ya. Kalau ada dilindungi maka dianggapkan satu kesalahan. Macam melindungi jenayah. Ya. Kadang-kadang kerana kes buli itu kecil. Ini saya dengar sendiri juga kadang-kadang kan dalam masa-masa begini di jemaat jumpa anak-anak. Jadi buli itu kecil, jadi ingat tak apa. Tapi yang kecil yang kalau dibiarkan akan menjadi besar. Tapi kita bukanlah nak menuduh sesiapa, tapi menganggapkan satu kesedaran bersama. Kita lakukan sebaiknya.
Meanwhile, a proposal to reinstate caning in schools is stirring debate, with calls for a deep review to ensure it builds discipline, not fear or abuse. Sarawak Deputy Minister for Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Muhammad Razi Sitam, said the issue must be studied carefully amid rising school-related cases, including bullying, rape and murder.
Dan ada pro dan kontra lah. Pandangan ini, kalau saya sebagai bekas pendidik, saya tidak ada masalah dengan cadangan hukuman merotan ni, sebab tidak ada guru yang merotan ataupun menghukum mana-mana pelajarnya dengan niat mencederakan. Tidak ada. Itu adalah tanggungjawab seorang pendidik yang mahu anak muridnya, anak didiknya menjadi orang yang baik. Jadi ini pandangan saya lah sebagai bekas guru dan juga sebagai bekas pelajar yang pernah dirotan.
Muhammad Razi says any return of caning must come with clear guidelines to prevent misuse and ensure it's carried out with care. At the same time, he urges the Education Ministry to study the impact and mechanisms in detail so the goal is genuine discipline, not just physical punishment.
Beyond sustainable power generation, Sarawak Energy is also investing in education and human capital development to ensure that rural communities grow alongside the state's energy progress. Sarawak Energy's Executive Vice President for Project Delivery, Pramod Kumar, said Sarawak Energy is introducing its school support program in KAPIT, which supplies learning materials, digital tools and facility improvements to enhance classroom engagement and support academic and co-curricular excellence.
The youth of today is what will determine the future of Sarawak. We need to ensure that they are nurtured well, educated, and so that they can actually contribute to the development of the state. And the choices that the students make actually will determine the future of Sarawak. So it's so important that we ensure that they're educated well and they're exposed to all the resources. In fact, one of the main reasons why we're doing this here in KAPIT is because we want to ensure that the students from KAPIT or the surrounding areas of KAPIT are exposed to similar level of resources, educational resources, and health facilities as the same as what is available in the cities of Sarawak.
He said this after launching the Empowering Education and Nurturing Sustainability initiative by Sarawak Energy at SMK KAPIT earlier today. The initiative under the company's Corporate Social Responsibility Program includes an SPM Excellence Workshop to empower SPM candidates as well as sponsoring a high-volume printing machine, among others. Sarawak Energy is also collaborating with the Lions Club of KAPIT and the KAPIT District Education Office for the Brighter Vision, Brighter Tomorrow campaign, which provides free eye checkups and glasses to students from low-income families. Schools like SMK KAPIT are seeing meaningful change as a result of Sarawak Energy's education empowerment initiatives under its Corporate Social Responsibility Program. The school's principal, Jeffrey Elias, said that the initiative, introduced last year, has begun to show impressive results, with more students demonstrating improved performance.
Lepas naik ke GPS kita rata sekolah 4.68 dan grade dan pelajar jumlah kita pun naik daripada 6 orang yang mendapat semua A dan tahun lepas kita mendapat 7 orang mendapat semua A mata pelajaran dan keseluruhannya tahun lepas setelah ditaja oleh bantuan ACP ada lebih kurang 47 orang yang mendapat 5A dan ke atas.
SMK KAPIT has set a target of achieving a school average grade of 4.42 for this year's SPM results as an indicator of the effectiveness of the motivational and mentoring programs carried out. As such, he also hoped that Sarawak Energy would consider adopting SMK KAPIT as a foster school, allowing the continuous implementation of student and teacher development programs under its rural education initiatives. These initiatives by Sarawak Energy have not only improved the learning environment but also sparked renewed enthusiasm among students to strive for academic excellence. Among those who have benefited is SPM candidate Bakus Ling, who received a new pair of eyeglasses as part of the drive.
I feel very happy and grateful because I can get some information from this motivation program, and I also very thankful for SEB because sponsor us for this program. They sponsor us about glass and they sponsor us about the workshop program, and this workshop program is very helpful for me to know the technique to answer the question.
Meanwhile, his classmate Pradella Grobella, who dreams of becoming a doctor, said she felt deeply inspired after attending the SPM Excellence Workshop, describing it as a great source of motivation ahead of the exams.
Dan juga ianya memberi semangat kepada saya untuk menempuh cabaran terutamanya semasa SPM ini. Preparation saya untuk SPM adalah saya belajar terutamanya subjek yang saya lemah, subjek-subjek yang elektif seperti biologi, kimia, fizik dan matematik tambahan. Saya akan belajar 1 jam sehari untuk setiap subjek.
Sarawak-born Viviana Lynn Winston is making history by becoming the first Iban woman to represent Malaysia in the grand finals of Miss Grand International 2025 in Bangkok, Thailand tomorrow night. Carrying the spirit and identity of Sarawak's indigenous community, Viviana takes the stage alongside more than 70 contestants from around the world. Her stunning national costume performance earlier this week turned heads, showcasing Malaysia's cultural richness and the beauty of Iban heritage. Beyond the glamour, her journey stands as an inspiration to young women, especially from East Malaysia, to dream boldly and compete on the world stage. The grand final will take place at 8 p.m. on Saturday at the MGI Hall in Bangkok. Hamas said it is committed to returning all the hostage remains still unaccounted for under Gaza's ruins. The assurance comes as dozens of Turkish specialists are awaiting the green light from the Israeli government to enter the Gaza Strip to help locate the bodies of the 19 hostages. The 81-member team from Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority, AFAD, is equipped with specialized search and rescue tools, including live detection devices and trained search dogs. A Turkish official noted that the recovery team's complicated mission included locating both Palestinian and hostage bodies. It remains unclear when Israel will allow the Turkish team to enter Gaza. Under a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, spearheaded by US President Donald Trump, Hamas returned 20 surviving hostages and the remains of 9 of 28 known deceased hostages. In exchange, Israel freed nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners from its jail and halted its genocidal campaign that it launched after October 7, 2023. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reaffirmed his determination to secure the return of all hostages after his defense minister warned that the military would restart the conflict if Hamas failed to do so. Hamas later insisted on its commitment to the agreement and its implementation, including its keenness to hand over all remaining corpses. But it said the process may require some time, as some of these corpses were buried in tunnels destroyed by the occupation, while others remain under the rubble of buildings it bombed and demolished. Trump appeared to call for patience when it came to the body's return, saying Hamas was digging for hostages' remains.
It's a gruesome process. I almost hate to talk about it, but they're digging. They're actually digging. There are areas where they're digging and they're finding a lot of bodies. Then they have to separate the bodies. You wouldn't believe this. And some of those bodies have been in there a long time. And some of them are under rubble. They have to remove rubble. But there are graves, and some are in tunnels that died in tunnels that are way down under the earth. And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high. They lived like this for a long period of time. It's a horrible atrocity.
The ceasefire deal has so far seen the conflict grind to a halt after 2 years of constant bombardment and hunger for Gazans. The UN's World Food Programme said today it had been able to move close to 3,000 tons of food supplies into Gaza since the ceasefire took hold. But it cautioned it will take time to reverse the famine in the Gaza Strip, saying all crossings needed to be open to flood Gaza with food. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.